It was a quiet evening in the small town of Clearwater. The sun had already set, and the streets were empty except for one house where a young man named Alex Harper sat in front of his old laptop. Alex was 24, an ordinary guy with ordinary dreams, but one big problem. He was single. He often joked about it with his friends, saying, "Maybe I should just date an alien. At least they won't ghost me." That night, he was feeling bored and wanted to make his online followers laugh. He switched on his camera, adjusted his messy hair, and pressed record. "Hey everyone," he said, smiling. "I'm single again. So if any aliens are watching, come get me. I'm ready for intergalactic love." He laughed at his own joke, added some funny background music, and posted the short video on his channel, HFY Sci-Fi. It was just another silly video for him, nothing serious. But he didn't know that this joke would change his life forever. By midnight, the video had started getting strange comments. Did anyone else see something in the background? Rewatch at 0:15 to glowing eyes. Alex laughed it off. He thought his followers were just messing with him. He replied to one comment, "Yeah, sure, aliens are totally stalking me right now." Then, something unusual happened. His phone buzzed. BZZZ, a new message. The sender's name was not familiar. It only showed 3 symbols. The message read, "We saw your call. We are coming." Alex frowned. "Nice prank, guys," he muttered and threw his phone on the bed. But then his lights flickered. Once, twice. The room went completely dark. Outside, the sky turned strange. No stars, just a deep, soft green glow, like the color of ocean water at night. Alex walked to his window. The wind stopped. The silence felt heavy to perfect. He whispered, "Is this a power cut?" But then, from somewhere far away, a sound echoed. It was like music, low, metallic, and soft, almost like someone humming a tune that wasn't human. Alex froze. His heart started to race. His phone lit up again. The same message appeared, but this time with a voice recording attached. He pressed play. A calm, soft voice spoke. "We heard you, Alex Harper. You are chosen." He dropped the phone. His hands shook. "This is not funny," he said to himself. He tried calling his best friend, Mark, but the call failed. Network error. He turned off the lights, but they were already off. He sat in the dark, staring at his reflection in the black laptop screen. For a second, he thought he saw movement behind him, a faint shimmer, like heat rising off the ground. He spun around. Nothing, just silence, trying to distract himself. He reopened his channel. The video had exploded, thousands of new views in minutes. But something was wrong. The video title had changed on its own. It now said, "The Summoning of Alex Harper." He hadn't written that. He tried to edit it, but the system froze. The cursor moved by itself, typing words on the screen. "Don't run. We travel fast." Alex jumped back from his desk, breathing hard. "Okay, this is crazy. Maybe it's a hacker." He pulled out the Wi-Fi plug, but his laptop stayed on, glowing with green light. Then his speakers came alive with a whispering sound, like two voices speaking at the same time. "We saw your smile. Your signal was strong. You belong with us." He slammed the laptop shut. His heart pounded so hard it hurt. He wanted to scream, but no sound came out. He rushed to the door and looked outside. The sky above his house shimmered, like water rippling in slow motion. In the middle of that ripple, two bright shapes appeared. Not like stars, not like planes. They moved together, perfectly in sync, glowing with soft silver light. Alex stepped outside without thinking. The air felt cold and thick, almost like walking underwater. "Hello?" He called, no answer. Just the sound of his own breathing. He tried to take a photo, but his phone camera refused to open. The screen just showed one sentence, "Look up." He looked. The two lights grew brighter. For a moment, they almost looked human, two silhouettes floating side by side. Then he heard it, two gentle female voices, speaking together. "We found you. Our chosen one." Alex froze, his phone slipping from his hand and hitting the ground. The lights in the sky began to spin slowly, forming a glowing ring above his house. His body felt weightless, his mind blank. Then, suddenly, everything stopped. The lights vanished. The night returned to normal. The wind blew again. Alex looked around, shaking. Everything was silent. To silent. He went back inside and locked every door and window. Sitting on his bed, he whispered, "It was just a joke. Just a stupid joke." His phone buzzed again. A new message appeared. "Sleep well, Alex. We'll see you soon." The phone shut off by itself. Outside his window, 2 tiny stars twinkled in the dark, brighter than the others. Perfectly identical, watching Dot and from somewhere far away. 2 soft voices whispered in the wind. "He doesn't know yet, but he is already ours." The morning after the strange night, Alex Harper woke up with a heavy head. For a moment, he thought it was all a dream. The glowing lights, the whispering voices, the creepy messages. But when he checked his phone, his heart sank. The screen still showed the last message, "Sleep well, Alex. We'll see you soon." He stared at it for a full minute before sighing. "Great, maybe I'm losing my mind," he said to himself. The internet was full of new comments on his video. People were saying things like, "Bro, what's that shadow behind you? This looks real. Are you okay?" Some even claimed they saw 2 glowing figures in the background. Alex laughed nervously. "People love drama," he said. "Maybe it's just a glitch or reflection." He deleted the video and tried to forget about it. Later that afternoon, he decided to take a walk to clear his head. The streets looked normal, kids playing, cars passing by, everything seemed fine. But he couldn't shake the strange feeling that someone, or something, was watching him. As he crossed the park, he noticed 2 girls sitting on a bench. They were dressed oddly, long silver coats that shimmered even in the weak sunlight. Their hair pale white, almost glowing. They looked like twins. Alex slowed down. They were staring directly at him. When their eyes met, he felt something electric, like a pulse through his veins. The twins smiled in perfect sync. It wasn't a normal smile. It was too calm, too knowing. One of them spoke, her voice soft but clear. "We finally found you, Alex Harper." He froze. "What? How do you know my name?" The second girl tilted her head. "You called for us." "No," Alex said quickly. "It was a joke. Just a YouTube video." The twins exchanged a glance. The first one said, "On our world, no one jokes about a call like that." Her words made Alex step back. "Okay, this is getting weird. Did someone send you here? Are you like actors or something?" They both stood up slowly. Their movement was smooth. Too smooth, like they weren't fully human. The second girl smiled again. "We are Lyra and Vega. We came from the other side of the veil, and you are the one who belongs to us." Alex's mouth went dry. He tried to laugh. "Sure, right. Totally. I belong to 2 glowing twins from space. That makes total sense." He turned to walk away, but the air around him shimmered, like heat rising from the ground. Suddenly, the park vanished. Alex gasped. The green grass, the trees, the people, gone. He was standing in a huge empty space filled with soft blue light. The floor was transparent, like glass. Above him, stars floated slowly across the ceiling. He stumbled backward. What is this place?" Lyra and Vega stood before him, calm and beautiful, their eyes glowing faintly. "Our ship," Lyra said. "You are safe now." "Safe?" Alex shouted. "You kidnapped me." Vega looked at him with sadness. "You sent a signal." "We answered." Alex rubbed his head. "It was a joke. A stupid video. I wasn't actually asking aliens to come get me." The twins looked at each other, confused. "What is joke?" Vega asked softly. "It's when you say something funny but not real," Alex explained. "You don't mean it." They stared at him for a long moment. Lyra finally said, "On our planet, every word is truth. We don't have." "Not real," Alex groaned. "Well, you better learn about it fast, because I want to go home." He tried to walk away, but there was nowhere to go, only endless glass and stars. Then, a strange light appeared in front of him. It formed into a floating hologram, Earth. His Earth. It looked peaceful at first, but then parts of it began to fade into black. Vega's voice was gentle. "Your world is dying. Your people cannot see it yet. The energy balance is breaking." Alex stared in shock. "What are you talking about?" Lyra stepped closer. "We came to take you before it's too late. You can help us, and we can save you." "Save me? From what?" From yourself, Vega whispered. Alex backed away. No, no, no. This is crazy. Take me home. He ran, but the floor stretched endlessly. No matter how fast he moved, the twins stayed the same distance away. Lyra raised her hand. A soft light surrounded Alex, freezing him in place. He couldn't move. Please, don't fight, she said. You called us. You belong with us. His voice trembled. You can't just decide that. Vega touched her wrist, and a thin silver bracelet appeared. She placed it around Alex's hand. It glowed green and hummed. Now we are linked, she said. You will not feel alone again. Alex's mind filled with flashes, stars, alien cities, strange languages, and to glowing figures reaching out to him. He screamed and dropped to his knees. Then everything went dark when he opened his eyes again. He was in his own bed. Morning sunlight was shining. But when he looked at his wrist, the silver bracelet was still there, glowing faintly. His phone buzzed on the table. A new video had been uploaded to his channel. He hadn't done it. The title read, "They Have Arrived, Part 1, and the thumbnail showed him standing in that glowing blue room, with Lyra and Vega smiling behind him. Alex dropped his phone, his eyes wide with fear. They're real, he whispered. They're really here. Outside, two identical shadows passed across his window, moving together, perfectly in sync. When Alex opened his eyes again, the world looked nothing like Earth. He was floating, weightless, surrounded by blue mist that shimmered like water under moonlight. The air felt cold, but he wasn't breathing. He wasn't even sure if he needed to. Slowly, the fog cleared, and he saw where he was, a giant room, stretched endlessly around him, its walls made of glass and light. Thousands of glowing lines moved like veins across the surface, pulsing gently, alive. He floated closer to one of the walls and touched it. It felt warm, like skin. Then he heard it again, the twin voices. You are awake. Do not be afraid. Alex spun around. Lyra and Vega were standing nearby, calm and shining as always, their silver hair flowing even though there was no wind. Where am I? Alex demanded. How did I get here? Lyra stepped forward, her tone gentle. You are on our vessel, the Starvale. It travels between worlds. Alex frowned. You mean a spaceship? Vega smiled faintly. In your words. Yes, but it is more than that. The Starvale is alive. It listens. It remembers. Alex's heart raced. He looked around again. The walls seemed to move slightly, as if breathing. He took a deep breath and said, You had no right to bring me here. I want to go home. Lyra tilted her head. Home is dying, Alex. You saw it. Alex's mind flashed back to the hologram of Earth, blue turning black. He swallowed hard. What was that? Some kind of trick? Vega shook her head. Your planet's energy field is collapsing. The veil is breaking. When it breaks, your world will fall into silence. He rubbed his temples. Okay, enough. I don't believe this. You're just trying to scare me. The twins looked at each other again. Then Lyra touched a floating crystal near the wall. A bright image appeared. Earth, spinning slowly. Storms covered it, huge and violent. Oceans boiled. Cities flickered like dying lights. This is your planet's possible future, Lyra said softly. Your kind does not see what is coming. Alex felt sick. Why are you showing me this? Vega's voice was almost kind. Because you are connected to it. You sent the signal. The universe answered. We heard your voice first. Alex laughed nervously. You mean my joke? That stupid video? Lyra nodded. Words carry energy. Intention creates waves. In your world, you call it broadcast. In ours, we call it calling. You called, and we came. Alex stared at them. You're telling me my YouTube joke sent a signal through space. Vega's silver eyes softened. Every thought has power. You do not know how strong you are, Alex Harper. He rubbed his face, pacing back and forth. Okay, you've had your fun. Now send me home. But Lyra didn't answer. Instead, she pressed her hand against the wall again. A small door appeared, glowing white. Follow us, she said. Alex hesitated but followed. Inside was a circular room filled with strange machines that floated in midair. In the center was a glowing orb, slowly turning, like a miniature sun. "What is that?" Alex whispered. "The heart of the star veil," Vega said. "It keeps us alive. It also connects to your world's signal." He frowned. "My world?" "Yes," Lyra said. "That small box you hold, your phone, it still speaks to the heart. It still listens." Alex reached into his pocket. His phone was there, but it looked different, the screen glowing softly with alien symbols. "Your device is now linked." Vega continued. "Through it, we can see what you see, feel what you feel." Alex's hands trembled. "That's not okay. That's invasion. That's..." Suddenly the orb pulsed brighter. A robotic voice echoed around them, warning, "Signal breach detected." The twins froze. Lyra said quickly, "He is afraid. His fear is feeding the heart too much energy." "I'm sorry," Alex shouted. "I didn't do anything." The orb flashed again, and the image of Earth appeared above it. But this time, there was something new. Across the planet's surface, a glowing timer appeared. "Time left, 72 hours. Alex's voice cracked. "What does that mean?" Lyra looked down. "It means your world has 3 rotations left before collapse." Alex's knees went weak. He stared at the countdown, the numbers ticking slowly. He whispered, "You're lying. This can't be real." Vega stepped closer. "It is real, and you can stop it." "Me?" "Yes. You were chosen. Your energy pattern matches the lost code of the star veil. You can stabilize the veil between our worlds." Alex shook his head. "No, I'm just a guy who makes videos. I'm not some hero." Lyra's voice softened. "You are more than you think. The universe rarely makes mistakes." Alex's heart pounded. He looked again at the glowing orb, the ticking timer, the stars outside the glass walls. He whispered, "If I help you, will you send me home?" The twins looked at each other, and for the first time, they didn't answer. Before he could say another word, the lights dimmed. A deep hum filled the room, and the floor began to shake. The robotic voice spoke again. Unidentified life form detected on board. Alex turned toward the sound. From the shadows, a small metal creature rolled forward, round, glowing, with blinking eyes. It looked at Alex and said in a mechanical but kind voice, "You shouldn't trust them." Lyra stepped forward quickly. "Stay back," she warned. The robot turned to Alex again. "You don't know the truth yet. You were not chosen. You were copied." Alex's blood ran cold. "Copied? What do you mean?" The robot's voice dropped low. "The real Alex Harper is still on Earth." Everything around him froze. Even the countdown stopped ticking. Alex stared at the twins, their glowing eyes suddenly darker. "What did you do to me?" he whispered. Lyra smiled softly, almost sadly. "We saved you." The ship lights flickered once, twice, and then went completely dark. Darkness swallowed everything. No light, no sound, no air moving. For a few seconds, Alex Harper thought time had stopped. Then a soft blue glow appeared near his feet. The little metal creature from before blinked its round eyes and whispered in a metallic tone, "Follow me, quickly." Alex hesitated, his voice trembling. "Who are you? What's happening?" "I am Unit 7. I was built to maintain this ship," the robot said quietly. "But I have seen too much." Before Alex could ask more, he heard footsteps, light, graceful, and coming closer. The twins. "Hurry," Unit 7 urged. "They can see heat. If they find you now, it will be too late." The robot rolled toward a narrow wall panel that slid open with a hiss. Alex crawled inside, the panel closing silently behind him. The tunnel was dim and narrow. Thin silver wires ran along the walls, glowing faintly. As they moved through, Alex whispered, "You said I was copied. What did you mean?" Unit 7's small blue eye flickered. "The Alex standing here is a digital organic projection, half matter, half code. The twins created you using the signal from your broadcast." Alex stopped crawling. "Wait, you mean I'm not real? You are a version of the real Alex," the robot replied. "A living replica. The real one remains on Earth unaware." Alex's chest tightened. "That's impossible. I can feel. I can breathe. The copy feels everything the original does." "That is how they trap you," said Unit 7. "You think you are real, so you stay." The words hit him like thunder. "Why would they do that?" The robot paused. Its small head turned. "They lost their world's savior long ago. A human who once crossed through the veil. Your DNA pattern matched his. They believe if they rebuild him through you, they can open the gate again. Alex whispered, so they don't want to save me, they want to use me. Exactly. The tunnel ended at a metal hatch. Unit 7 scanned it with a small red beam, and the door slid open into a vast chamber. Alex's eyes widened. Inside were dozens of glass pods, each one holding a floating human figure. All looked exactly like him. He stepped closer to one pod, his breath shaking. Oh my God! Every version had the same face, the same scar on his chin, even the same hoodie. They are testing which one survives the transfer, Unit 7 explained. The Starveil needs a perfect link between human and code. So far, all copies failed. Alex felt dizzy. Failed? You mean, they died? The robot's light dimmed. Their code collapsed. Their minds vanished into the ship's core. Their memories feed the heart now. Alex covered his mouth, backing away. I have to get out. I have to stop this. Then you must reach the control chamber, Unit 7 said. It is near the heart, but be warned, Lyra guards it. Why just Lyra? Vega doubts the mission. She still feels sympathy for you. Alex clenched his fists. Then maybe she can help us. They crept down a corridor that glowed in pulses. Like a heartbeat. The ship seemed alive, breathing with soft sighs that echoed through the halls. As they moved, Alex whispered, You said I'm not real. If I escape, can I still go home? The robot was silent for a moment, then said, If you reach the veil before the countdown ends, you can transfer your consciousness into your real self. But you must hurry. You have less than 70 hours. Alex nodded, swallowing hard. Then we move fast. But before they reached the next door, a sharp light flashed. A voice echoed, cold and calm. You shouldn't have left your room, Alex. It was Lyra. You are not ready to understand yet, she said. Go back, and we can still fix this. Alex stepped forward. You lied to me. You made me a copy. Lyra's expression didn't change. You misunderstand. We gave you a chance to exist beyond time. You should thank us. The walls around them pulsed brighter, closing in. Unit 7 rolled in front of Alex. Run. It shouted. Lyra raised her hand, and beams of light shot from the walls. Unit 7's body sparked as it blocked the energy. Go, human. Alex ran down the corridor, his heart pounding. Behind him, he heard the robot's last words. Remember, control chamber. Northwest corridor. Then a loud explosion echoed, shaking the entire ship. Alex stumbled into another room, smaller, darker, filled with floating symbols. He pressed himself against the wall, breathing hard. Unit 7. He whispered, but there was no answer. In the silence, he heard another voice, softer this time. Alex. He turned. Vega stood there, her glowing eyes filled with sadness. You shouldn't have seen that, she said quietly. Lyra doesn't understand humans the way I do. Alex's voice was hoarse. You cloned me. You killed versions of me. How could you do that? Vega looked down. We didn't mean to hurt you. We only wanted to bring him back, the one we lost. You share his energy. We thought you could save us. Alex shook his head. I'm not him. I'm just me. Vega stepped closer. Then prove it. Escape before Lyra completes the merge. I will help you. He hesitated. Why would you help me? She smiled faintly. Because I have started to feel something your kind calls guilt. She touched his wrist. The bracelet that had glowed green now flickered red. This will unlock the heart chamber, she said. But once you enter, you can never return here again. Alex looked into her silver eyes. Good. He turned toward the corridor, the countdown echoing faintly through the air. Time left. 68 hours. Behind him, Vega whispered, almost to herself. Run, Alex Harper. Before my sister finds you, or before you find the truth about who you really are. The floor beneath him lit up, forming a glowing path leading deeper into the ship. Alex took a deep breath and started running. The glowing path beneath Alex's feet stretched endlessly through the ship. The light pulsed softly, guiding him forward like a heartbeat. Each step echoed with fear, but also with something new, determination. He didn't know what waited ahead, but one thing was clear. He couldn't trust anyone anymore, not the twins, Not even the ship. As he ran, his bracelet flickered between red and green. Every few seconds, a whisper echoed inside his head, Vega's voice. "Keep going, Alex, don't stop. The heart knows you now." Her words gave him strength, but also confusion. If she wanted to help him, then what did Lyra want? The corridor opened into a massive hall filled with silver mist. Strange orbs floated in the air, showing moving images like memories, flashes of other worlds, other lives. Alex stopped when he saw them. Two young alien girls, Lyra and Vega, laughing under a glowing blue sun. They looked innocent, full of life. Behind them stood a tall human man, smiling warmly. Alex blinked. Wait, the man looked exactly like him. A voice echoed behind him. You were never supposed to see that. Alex turned sharply. Lyra stood there, her silver hair floating as if underwater. Her expression wasn't angry, it was sad. He stepped back. That man, he's me, isn't he? The one you lost. Lyra's eyes dimmed. His name was Elias Hart. He was your ancestor, long before your time. He came to our world through a rift in the veil. He saved us from destruction. And we loved him. Alex's throat tightened. Loved him? Both of us, she whispered. But love was forbidden among our kind. He promised he would return. But he never did. When your video reached us, the signal carried his energy, his pattern. We thought maybe he had come back. Alex's heart sank. So you tried to remake him, using me. Lyra's face hardened. We didn't mean to harm you. We only wanted to bring him home. He took a slow breath. You made copies of me and killed them. That's not love, Lyra. That's obsession. For a moment, her eyes flickered, like she wanted to cry but didn't know how. You do not understand. Our world died without him. Vega and I are all that remain of our people. We carry the fragments of our race in our cores. Without the merge, we will fade, forever. Alex felt a pang of pity, but it was mixed with anger. Then find another way. Don't destroy someone else's life to fix yours. Lyra stepped closer, her voice trembling for the first time. You think I haven't tried? You think I haven't watched thousands of stars burn while waiting for him? Her eyes glowed brighter, and the room around them shifted. Suddenly, Alex saw flashes of her memories, endless empty galaxies, lost ships drifting in silence, Vega crying in the dark, and Lyra, standing alone, whispering to the stars, "Come back to us." The vision ended, leaving the air heavy with sadness. Alex whispered, "You're not evil. You're just broken." For a moment, Lyra almost smiled. Maybe both. Suddenly, a soft alarm echoed through the ship. Warning, heart activation sequence initiated. Lyra's calm vanished. Vega, she shouted, and vanished into thin air, dissolving into silver dust. Alex followed the light trail she left behind. The bracelet on his wrist glowed red-hot, guiding him toward the heart chamber. The doors opened with a hiss, revealing a giant sphere of swirling light. The heart of the star veil. Energy crackled around it like lightning. Vega stood in front of it, her hands raised. The glow around her was brighter than ever. "Vega," Alex called out. "What are you doing?" She turned, her face calm but sad. "I am saving you, Alex. The merge must end." "But Lyra doesn't see the truth anymore," Vega said softly. "She wants to bring back what's gone. But you belong to your time, your world." Alex stepped closer, then stopped the countdown. "Help me go back." Vega lowered her eyes. "I can try, but it will cost me my life." Before Alex could answer, Lyra appeared in a flash of light. "No," she shouted. "Vega, don't do this." The ship trembled violently. The heart pulsed faster, shaking the floor. Lyra floated toward her sister, eyes filled with fury and grief. "We waited centuries. You can't throw it away for him. He's not Elias." Vega's voice was quiet. "I know. That's why I'm letting him go." Lyra screamed, a sound that made the air itself crack. Bolts of energy shot from the walls, wrapping around both sisters. Alex ran forward, shouting, "Stop. You'll destroy everything." But neither of them listened. The heart roared to life, a storm of blue and silver light. The sisters' forms began to dissolve, merging into the glow. Vega looked at Alex one last time. "Remember who you are. Find your real self." Then she was gone. The light faded, Silence fell. Lyra collapsed to the floor, weak and trembling. Her voice was small now. She's gone. She gave herself to the heart. Alex knelt beside her. She saved me. Lyra looked up at him, tears like liquid silver running down her face. She saved you. But she doomed me. The ship started to shake again. Alarms blaring. Stability failing. Countdown accelerating. The screen above flashed. Time left. 24 hours. Lyra grabbed his wrist. You can still escape. The heart is open now. But if you leave, I will die with it. Alex hesitated, torn between mercy and survival. He whispered, you don't have to die. Come with me. Lyra shook her head weakly. I am bound to this ship. My soul lives in its core. But you still have a world waiting. The floor cracked beneath them, and the blue light started to swallow everything. Alex took one last look at her. She smiled faintly. Run, Elias. I mean, Alex. He turned and ran toward the glowing corridor as the ship began to collapse. Behind him, Lyra's final whisper followed through the storm. Maybe love was never meant for one world. The ship was falling apart. Blue lightning tore through the corridors, and the walls of the Starvale pulsed like a dying heart. The countdown echoed through the ship's speakers. A cold robotic voice repeating, 24 hours remaining. Instability rising. Alex Harper ran through the glowing tunnel, his breath sharp and heavy. Every step felt like running through water, heavy and slow. Behind him, the sound of collapsing metal and breaking glass filled the air. The ship was tearing itself apart, but still, part of him wanted to look back, to see if Lyra was still alive. He stopped suddenly. The bracelet Vega gave him was glowing red-hot again, and a faint voice echoed inside his head. Alex, stop running. He turned. Lyra was there, weak, floating in the air, her body flickering like a hologram. Lyra. He whispered, you should have escaped. She smiled sadly. This ship is my body. If it dies, I die too. Alex shook his head. Then let me help you. Vega wanted peace, not this. Lyra's expression softened when she heard her sister's name. Vega, always too kind. She believed in mercy. I believed in survival. But now, her voice broke. Now I don't know which of us was right. The ship groaned again, its structure warping. Pieces of light fell from the ceiling like rain. Alex reached out to steady her. There has to be a way to save both worlds. Lyra looked at him deeply. There is one way, but it will cost everything. She pointed to a glowing platform ahead, a circular console surrounded by streams of light. That is the Veil Core. It connects your Earth to this world. If you enter it, your consciousness can stabilize both sides for a moment, long enough to stop the collapse. Alex frowned. And after that, your physical body will dissolve, she said quietly. You will become energy, neither human nor machine. You'll exist between both. So either I die here or Earth dies there. Lyra nodded slowly. You understand the choice now. He closed his eyes. For a moment, he remembered everything. His small apartment, his friends' laughter, the stupid video that started it all. I just wanted to make people laugh, he said softly. Not save worlds. Lyra touched his shoulder gently. Sometimes the universe listens to the smallest voices. Even jokes can open doors. He looked at her, a half-smile forming despite the chaos. You sound like Vega. Maybe she's still inside me, Lyra whispered. She always believed humans could change destiny. Maybe she was right. The countdown voice echoed again. Warning, core collapse imminent. 12 hours remaining. Alex took a deep breath and walked toward the glowing platform. But before he could step on it, Lyra grabbed his hand. If you do this, you'll never return to your body. The real Alex on Earth will wake, but without you inside. You'll fade into the veil. He froze. You mean, the real me, on Earth, will still be alive? Lyra nodded. Yes, this version, the one who remembers us, will vanish. Your other self will never know what happened. Alex felt tears in his eyes. So I save everyone, but no one will remember me. Lyra's voice trembled. I will. The lights dimmed. The ship trembled. Cracks spread across the glass floor, revealing stars below, spinning, endless, cold. Alex looked down at the Veil Core, glowing like a sun waiting to be touched. He took one last breath. If this works, tell Vega. Thank you. Lyra nodded, though tears of light streamed down her face. Go, Alex. Be what you were meant to be. He stepped onto the platform. Energy surged up around him, wrapping him in light. His body began to fade, piece by piece as the light consumed him. He heard both sisters' voices, Vega's soft and gentle, Lyra's broken and strong, whisper together, "The bridge is complete." Suddenly, Alex saw everything. He was floating between worlds, one side filled with Earth's blue skies, laughter, oceans, and people. The other side, the twins' world, was beautiful but empty, fading like smoke. He reached out with both hands, one toward Earth, one toward the dying stars. For a brief moment, both worlds stopped shaking. The veil stabilized. He felt peace. Then the pain came, white-hot, tearing through him like fire. His thoughts began to scatter, dissolving into light. "Stay awake," a voice whispered inside him. Just a little longer, it was Vega's voice. He smiled weakly. "I'm still here. You did it," she said softly. "Now rest." Back on the ship, Lyra fell to her knees as the light around her dimmed. The countdown stopped. The storm outside vanished. For the first time in centuries, there was silence, true silence. Lyra looked up at the core, where Alex had disappeared. "He's gone," she whispered. "But he saved us." The ship's voice spoke one last time. Stability restored. Veil secured. Lyra smiled faintly, closing her glowing eyes. "Goodbye, Elias. Goodbye, Alex." Her body dissolved into silver dust, floating up toward the stars. Back on Earth, in a small apartment, the real Alex Harper woke with a gasp. He sat up, drenched in sweat, his heart pounding. For a moment, everything seemed normal. His laptop, his phone, his messy room. Then he saw something on his wrist, a faint silver mark, and when he looked out the window, two stars twinkled brightly in the sky, side by side, perfectly in sync. He smiled without knowing why. Weird, feels like I just said goodbye to someone. Outside, the stars blinked once, like they were smiling back. The morning light slipped through the curtains of Alex Harper's small apartment. It was quiet, too quiet. He sat up slowly, his head heavy, his breath slow. For a moment, he had no idea where he was. The last thing he remembered was nothing. Just flashes of light, voices, and stars. His phone buzzed on the nightstand. The time read 7 a.m. same day. Same world. Same life. But something felt different. He rubbed his wrist. A faint silver mark glowed under his skin, like a small circle, pulsing slowly with light. He frowned. What the? He didn't remember getting a tattoo. And when he touched it, it felt warm, almost alive, shaking his head. He stood and walked to the window. The sky looked beautiful, clear blue with two tiny stars shining unusually bright even in daylight. He whispered, "That's strange," for some reason. The sight made his chest ache, like he was missing something he couldn't name. He made coffee, trying to brush off the weird feeling. When he opened his laptop, his YouTube dashboard loaded automatically. There it was, a new video uploaded to his channel HFY Sci-Fi. He blinked. That can't be right. I didn't post anything. The title read, "We found you, the end of the veil." He clicked play. At first, it was static. Then an image appeared, a glowing blue light, the same color he had seen in his dreams. A voice followed, soft, layered, both familiar and strange. "Hello, Alex Harper." His hand froze on the mouse. The voice sounded exactly like his, but deeper, calmer. "If you're watching this, it means the merge was successful. The veil is safe. You are home." Alex's eyes widened. "Merge? What merge?" The voice continued. "You won't remember what happened. That was the deal. But I will remember, because I stayed." The screen flickered, showing flashes of the star veil, the glowing sisters, and the swirling light of the veil core. Then, the image froze on a familiar face, his own, standing in a glowing blue space. But this version of Alex looked different. His eyes glowed faintly silver. His expression was calm, peaceful. "You are the real one," the video Alex said, "and I'm the copy that stayed behind. Don't feel sorry. This is where I belong." The screen glitched again. A faint smile appeared on the clone's face. "They are safe now." And maybe, I am too. Then the video cut to black. Alex sat frozen, his coffee going cold. He whispered, "It wasn't a dream." The silence broke as his phone buzzed again. A new message, no number. Just 3 symbols. His heart nearly stopped. He opened it. The message said, "You kept your promise. The veil stands. We watch from the stars." Alex stared at the screen. His hands shook. He whispered, "Lyra?" Before he could react, his laptop turned on by itself. The cursor moved across the screen, typing words on its own. "We see you, Alex. Always." The lights flickered. Outside, thunder rolled even though the sky was clear. He ran to the window. The 2 bright stars in the sky began to pulse, slowly, rhythmically, like twin heartbeats. Then something strange happened. Between those 2 stars, a faint third light appeared, small at first, then growing brighter. Alex pressed his hand against the glass, whispering, "No way." A shape formed in the sky. Not a star, not a plane. A ring of silver light, spinning slowly, just like before. He felt the silver mark on his wrist burn softly. When he looked down, it was glowing again, brighter than ever. "Not again." He whispered. The phone buzzed once more. A new notification. Incoming transmission. His laptop screen filled with static, then cleared. 2 figures appeared, Lyra and Vega. But they weren't as he remembered them. Their forms were made of pure light now, calm and serene, standing side by side. Vega smiled softly. "Hello again, Alex." He took a step back. "You're alive." Lyra nodded slowly. "In a way. When you stabilized the veil, you gave part of yourself to both worlds. We are fragments of that gift." Alex's heart pounded. "Why are you here?" Vega's eyes glowed brighter. "Because balance never stays still. The veil is shifting again," Lyra added. "And this time, you are not just human. You are the key, the bridge." The screen flickered. The transmission began to fade. "Find the signal," Vega said. "Before they do," Lyra whispered. Then everything went dark. Alex stood in silence, breathing heavily. "Before who do?" he said aloud. No answer. He looked out the window again. The stars had vanished, and the sky was calm. But when he turned back toward his desk, he froze. His reflection in the laptop screen didn't move the same way he did. It smiled, half a second late, and then, in his own voice, it whispered from the screen, "We are not done yet." The screen flickered once, then showed a countdown. Time left, 72 hours. Alex's silver mark glowed brighter. He took a deep breath and whispered, "Guess the joke isn't over."